And welcome back for another MMS 2016 speaker interview. Today I'm joined by Thomas Maurer, all the way from Switzerland. Hey, Thomas, how's it going?
Hi Lee, hi. Yeah, everything's good so far. It's raining outside, so it's a little bit strange right now, but everything is good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I want to thank you for jumping on. I think you just rushed home from a client to give us all a little interview today. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Thomas, of course, has presented at many MMSs. I think the last two MMSs we've had, he's been there. He's presented always with great sessions. And one of the things that I found you focused on, you're always kind of like the next gen, the leading edge, the cutting edge, the latest and greatest technologies, especially around Windows Server and some pretty cool stuff. So with that, let's talk about your first session. Your first session that I see here on Tuesday is Nano Server, the future of Windows Server. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that session?
Yeah, in this session, I'm joined by Mike Ressler, which I'm really happy about. He is the guy from Veeam. It's the first time we present together, and I feel very honored. And we will cover a little bit about why Microsoft was developing Nano Server and why this is a good thing, right? And what is changing, why they are doing that change, where we can use Nano Server and the improvements in Nano Server and things like that. So yeah, that's basically it. So it's going to be an overview session, and so you can get all a little bit about Nano Server. That's the idea.
Very good. I think just about everyone at this point has heard of Nano, but maybe you haven't got your chance to really look at it in detail, and Thomas will hook you up in his session for that on Tuesday. So next up on Wednesday at 9 a.m., we have What's New in Windows Server 2016 Hyper-V. What's that all about?
Yeah, well, very easy to understand, right?
Yep.
Not a lot of surprises here in terms of what's the session about, but we will try to. Well, we did a session, I think, a couple of months back. I think at MMS with the same topic. But since Microsoft did a lot of work in the technical previews, and they brought some new features from technical preview 1 to now 4, and we will see if we have another technical preview ready at MMS. So they did some changes, and we will cover them as well. So there should be some new stuff in there. Even if you saw the session back at last MMS, we will try to get some new stuff in there as well. And yeah, Mike will especially talk a little bit about insights in backup and how that's evolving and changing in the product in Windows Server.
So the latest, greatest features of Hyper-V, they'll be covered in that session. Kind of maybe get a taste of things to come as well as the new stuff out there. So Thomas, you mentioned a lot about all these technical previews, new versions keep coming out. And in your last session here that I see on Wednesday, we're talking about Nano Server and containers better together. And of course, I think container support natively in Nano is something that's been coming in some of these previews. Is that kind of what we're going to be seeing in this session? What's that final session about?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is probably the session. Well, I'm excited about all session, but this is probably the session. A lot of exciting new stuff is coming together, right? So we will have part of Nano Server. We will have containers, and of course, we also a little bit have Hyper-V in there, and we will try to show you why, how things are evolving, and why you want to use probably Nano Server and containers together, and play a little bit around it, and show you the cool new features and possibilities you have with those two features. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I think that rounds out your list of sessions for right now, and we love to keep these interviews very short and to the point. So I think that's going to do it for us. Again, if you kind of want to see what's new, Server 2016, what's new in Hyper-V, what's coming with Nano, Thomas is your guy. Check out his sessions on sketch.org for the conference. Make sure you sign up. There's something in there for everyone. There's a lot of really cool stuff, and it's one of I think you're one of my favorite speakers, just finding out what's coming, some of those new capabilities. And of course, with everyone I talk to in these interviews from Switzerland, they always have really, really cool living rooms. I don't know what that deal is, but always fun to see. Love the house. Thanks for taking the time. I know it's pretty late over there where you are to do this interview. So thanks again, Thomas. We're really excited to see you this year.
Well, thank you, Lee, and thank you. I'm really looking forward to MMS this year.
Yep.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great to see all of you guys, and it's always been a great conference, and I'm I love coming back to Minnesota and Minneapolis.
All right. I'm sure we're certainly happy to have you there, and I'm sure all of our attendees are as well. So see you, Thomas.
Thank you. Bye-bye.